Hey guys, I'm looking at this monitor and it's got only so many minutes. Is that for me or both of us? It takes me that long to introduce myself. Are y'all having fun back there? Is it cold in here? This is the way my house used to feel before I got in this business. It was cold, very cold. And it felt like this a lot when I came home with no money. It was cold in that bedroom. So I'm feeling real comfortable up here. And guys, all those guys that heard no, raise their hand. See, I heard, so don't worry about people saying no, they don't want to get in this business, because I get no a lot. No, honey, no, no. What about next week? No. So get used to no and go out there and do it. So this monitor is telling me get to the presentation. Okay, so it's to introduce Verdita. Hey, Verdita. This is Verdita Monk out of Atlanta, Georgia. Give her a round of applause.
Everybody. Listen, you guys, we're so excited. It's so great to just see so many faces. And that's what I like about coming to these conventions. We get to see all of you once again. So thanks for the hugs and just the warm words of encouragement that we've received from all of you. And so we're just here to share with you how to launch your business. When you leave out of here, one of the most important things you can do is not just go home and say, okay, I need to rest. No. Because do you realize that the most energy and the most excitement that you have is when you first get started in a business and when you come back from an event? And that is a fact. That is a fact. You see, when we first got started in a business, we really didn't even know we were going to do a business, to be honest with you, because the patch was offered to us, by our sponsor, Ken Robinson. And we just like to say my husband experienced what you call a one patch wonder. You know what that is. And you know his story. I'll just repeat it for somebody who hasn't heard it. He was one of those people that snored like a bear.
It wasn't that bad.
10 years. For about 10 years, literally.
It wasn't that bad. It was a TV. I left the TV on.
Not only that, he had acid reflux. So with the coughing and the snoring and the choking for 10 years, all night long. Don't listen to him. It's the truth. It's the truth. Can you just imagine being in a bed with someone like that for 10 years? And so
yes, I can. I felt good being me.
So the very first night, listen, this is the truth. He stopped snoring. And so what happened with us, it wasn't so much, oh, let's go build this business. I'm just being honest, because I was extremely busy with my business. He was extremely busy with his business. We weren't looking for another business, right? So we just said, oh my God, we just started telling everybody around us. And then our sponsor, he's pretty diligent and sending us a text, get on this call, get on this. And so we started hearing this stuff, and it would just happen. We just started I'm just trying to give you an example of what happens when you're excited. And so we didn't wait because we were in Milwaukee visiting his parents. We didn't even know anything about this. And so we didn't wait till we got back home 6 days later.
That's good, Verdita. But that story taken away from your minutes. You need to get to the slideshow, because I got to talk.
No, but so what I'm trying to say is this. If you get started right away and don't try to feel like, okay, let me get my response, let me see how the patch works for me or whatever. Just be excited about what you heard. Be excited about what happened to somebody else. I was excited by what happened to him, but it also affected me because now I could get some sleep. Okay?
And got more money.
Yep. So now.
Yep. So got that money.
So the first thing you want to do, you guys, is this. You want to launch your business. You don't want to just do it, just talk to one person at a time.
Excuse me, y'all. We're live, right? You got the button to push the buttons for the slideshow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. You ain't got to be smart to make money.
All right. I'm reading my notes. All right. So you want to launch your business. And I just, like I said, start sharing as soon as you enroll or when you get back home. If you haven't taken off right like you should with your business, use this event as an opportunity to launch your business again. Okay, you can start all over again. We're going to start all over again. Okay, seeing all these people up here, all these elite SPDs, we got work to do. All right, so now you can either, we encourage people to schedule a Zoom only because, like, say if I talk to my sister and I talk to my cousin and I talk to a friend, and I mean, they don't have to be, they could be people that are very, very close to you. Just say, hey, can you jump on this call? Because to be honest with you, we didn't know what to say. The only thing we knew to say was his testimony, right? We didn't know enough to say something. So we said, listen, can you jump on this call in about 2 hours? Just like that. It literally happened just like that. And so I tell people, launch your business as quickly as possible. You could very possibly get to manager on the very first call. Literally. It doesn't have to be a lot of people, because it may take you a long time to get to 25 or 30 people. Now, you take those few people that you just brought on board and you just keep adding on, and then they'll start telling some people. Now, 2 or 3 days later, now you got 25 people on your call. You see how that happens? And that's how your business starts exploding. But here's the thing.
You got any more slides?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You want to duplicate this. For those of you who've never met my husband before, I apologize, okay?
I'm administration.
So you want to...
We did all this practice.
You want to duplicate this.
4 minutes left and we're on one slide.
Are we still... You want to duplicate this with your...
Can we do this again later? Let's go back and start over. There you go. See, there you go. See, you can do this.
So many people have already, the Firestones did a great job of talking about how to get to manager. And it literally is, it's all about getting the manager. I won't go over that again, but all of this information, you guys, we always direct you right to that site, thisisitteam.com. Make sure you understand the structure. Just make sure that, now that you've been in the business for a while, some of you may not have paid attention to some of the new rules. So you got to have you got to be that advanced pack, and you got to have 300 points. And then you got to make sure that the people that you brought on board have 180 points. So, I mean, it's just some little bitty details, but you got to duplicate. Now,
look at you, girl. Come on, girl.
You got to stay focused. You know what? One of the things that, and I'm just, look, if y'all want to learn something, y'all better listen.
Y'all better listen to her. Don't listen to me.
So listen, you got to stay focused, okay? You got to stay focused. The way you stay focused is just follow a very simple 10-step system. Just count to 10. We have grandchildren. My little 4-year-old grandson, you tell him something and he does exactly what you tell him to do, because they just listen, right? And that's what we have to start doing as adults. We have to start, act almost like children and just copy. Harvey always talks about that. Now, on that site, we talk about implementing a pro strategy. You got to be, patching people every day. You got to follow up, and you got to lead them to an opportunity. That's the pro strategy. Very simple. And then you want to expose your business every day. And oh gosh, so many people have talked about taking ownership of your business. I don't have to repeat that, but you got to step up. If you're a business owner, you know what I mean. Because if you don't take ownership of your own business, nobody else will.
When I'm gonna talk. Okay, can I talk now?
Hey,
give her a round of applause for pushing that clicker. Now, guys, a lot of stuff we're gonna say. Remember this: the person with the clicker get paid quicker. That's all you gotta remember. Get up on stage. The one thing you gotta also do is you gotta listen. Now, we had the deacons and the pastors came up and they talked about closing your eyes and praying, and there's gonna be an offering after this. You do not want to miss the convention. Give me some slide stuff too. Okay. You want to rise up. Now, I'm not talking about getting up out of your seat. I'm talking about getting to the convention. Okay. This is one thing I want you guys to remember. When you come to these events, there's going to be a lot of speakers up here. We duplicate. We say the same thing. It's okay to be a copycat, long as you copy the right cat. Right, Mike? So I listened to a gentleman yesterday, and he was talking about Noah's Ark. Okay, so we're going to use an example. Imagine you're sitting on the dock of the bay, and you see Noah's Ark leaving. You and your significant other look across, and you say, was that today? Some of y'all get that on the way home. So you don't have to be smart to make a lot of money in this business, but you got to listen. Okay, I got these cards, and the reason you see a lot of handwriting on here is because those are my notes. Where there's only one line, those are notes she gave me. You don't want to miss a convention. Guys, we have been doing this for a long time. There's a gentleman named George Harvey. He was in a business called Amway. And a lot of us remember that because they gave good teaching. And he rose to the point of triple diamond. But the next event, and like we have elite, was Crown Ambassador. He was a triple diamond. He made lots, millions of dollars, organization all over the world, but he was always upset because he never got to be a Crown Ambassador. And he said the reason he never got to be a Crown Ambassador was because he missed one event. Now, think about you guys that missed multiple events, but you want to be successful. You got to go to the events because the events is your GPS, like in your car, that will get you to the next level. There's going to be something you're going to hear, something you're going to see that you can take home and you can use and to get you to the next level. So, Verdita, you want to say something while I'm looking for what I'm going to say next?
You're doing a great
They didn't
job,
give me
Harvey.
slides.
You're doing a great job. You guys, all you keep hearing up here is follow the leader. We've got a system in place. It's not that hard. Harvey and I have so much fun in this business. One thing is really important is to go deep. Okay. Don't just think that just because you enroll somebody, okay, oh, I signed another person up. Okay, and then maybe you help them get to manager. Guess what? What are you going to do with the people that they brought in? Those people are just learning. So somebody's got to show them. You gotta go deep. You hear about this in the Bible, how when you go fishing, you gotta go deep. That's where the fish are, right? So you got to do the same thing with your business. You got to go deep because there are people that are on my 11th and 12th level that if I really feel very confident that if we had not reached down and traveled, sometimes you got to reinvest in your business. We got on the road and went to help them. And this person, 73 years old, became a senior director in like no time. So that was only because we saw, you got to find the diamonds that are in your business. I'm using the word diamonds, yeah. But look for those people that raise their hand and are always calling you and always following, doing everything that you tell them to do. But the people that brought them in may not be the person. You just got to keep going until you find the right person.
That's great. And for those people that just got in and those people are not comfortable where they are, for the next 90 days, be a good inviter and an edifier. You cannot get edified if you don't edify. Be an edifier. Talk great about Steve and Gina Mayer. Talk great about the company. Talk great about Davis. You're not bragging. See, guys, this is not an experiment. These guys are experienced. So what you got to do, you got to be proud of what you have. Now, check this out. I wrote this down when I was listening to some of y'all, and I can't read it. Okay. So what I'm going to say is this. I really can't. You ain't got to be smart to make a lot of money. You can say, I am a college graduate or I is a millionaire. You work this business to build your family legacy. You work this business to be financially free. Because if you don't, there's somebody out there that's going to pay you to build theirs. And I'm not talking about a job, but it's J-O-B. Now, the last thing I'm going to say, because I can't read it, is be nice to folk. That's easy. You ain't got to read that. Just be nice. And then don't leave here without meeting some new people. See, you can practice here before you go home. You can talk to people here and get comfortable talking to people. Now, if you don't want to talk to people here,
we've met so many friends here.
There are going to be some bill collectors calling you every morning, and you're going to talk to them. So where you want to practice? With people that are smiling at you or people you lying to? Because they used to call me, and I knew every language. He ain't here. He don't live here. I missed them. They used to wake me up at 9 o'clock every morning. Now I got to get a clock. Look at her looking at me. That means I need to be quiet.
Well, listen.
Okay. No, let's wait for the music. Let's get the clock.
Well, listen, we thank you all so much for your time, and we'll see you all at the next.